The Godfather, written by Mario Puzo and published by G.P. Putnam's Sons in 1969, became an instant bestseller, remaining on the New York Times bestseller list for 67 weeks and selling over 9 million copies within 2 years. Despite Puzo's lack of personal experience with the Mafia, his vivid portrayal of the Corleone family earned praise for its authenticity, influenced by his own upbringing in the Hell's Kitchen neighborhood, which had ties to Mafia culture. In 1972, Francis Ford Coppola's film adaptation, starring Marlon Brando and Al Pacino, further cemented the story's legacy, winning 3 Academy Awards and 5 Golden Globes. Puzo co-wrote the screenplay for both the original film and its 2 sequels. Subsequent novels, penned by Mark Weingartner and Ed Falco, continued the saga of the Corleone family, published by Random House. Set in post-World War II New York, The Godfather chronicles the life of the Corleone family, a fictional mafia clan. The story begins at the wedding reception of Carlo Rizzi and Connie Corleone at her parents' home, where the family patriarch, Don Vito Corleone, presides over the family's criminal empire. Don Corleone's 3 sons, Sonny, Fredo, and Michael, are all present, with Michael attending with his girlfriend, Kay Adams. Distancing himself from the family's illicit dealings, Michael views himself as an outsider. As the evening unfolds, Kay begins to realize the darker nature of the family's operations, although it takes her some time to fully grasp the reality of their criminal activities. Johnny Fontaine, a famous singer and Don Corleone's godson, seeks the Don's help in securing a movie role. The Don agrees, showcasing his influence. Soon after, Don Corleone and his trusted advisor, Tom Hagen, meet with Virgil Sollozzo, a member of the rival Tattaglia family, who proposes a narcotics business partnership. The Don refuses, setting the stage for escalating conflict. 3 months later, Tom Hagen is kidnapped by Sollozzo, and Don Corleone is shot in a public attack. Believed to be dead, the Don's absence thrusts Sonny into a leadership role for the Corleone family. However, it is soon discovered that Don Corleone has survived the attack, though he remains incapacitated. During this time, Sollozzo's men kill Luca Brasi, the Don's most loyal enforcer, and Michael steps in to protect his father. In an act of vengeance and self-preservation, Michael decides to kill Sollozzo and the corrupt police officer Captain McCluskey, who had previously assaulted him. Michael's actions set off a chain of violence, leading the Mafia and the Corleones into open war. As the plot unfolds, the novel also delves into Don Vito Corleone's past, revealing that his original name was Vito Andolini. Vito Andolini adopted the name Corleone when he arrived in America to escape the men who had murdered his father. As a quiet young man, he worked at a grocery store and married a kind Italian woman. His life took a turn when he became involved in a truck robbery, and the man who protected the area demanded a cut of the job. Rather than pay, Vito killed him, and from that moment he became a protector in his neighborhood, offering help in exchange for future, undefined favors. Over time, his influence grew, and he became the powerful Don Corleone we encounter at the start of the novel, at the height of his control over the family. The story then shifts to the present day, where the Corleones are embroiled in a war with rival mafia families. The police ease their pressure on the Corleones once it's discovered that Captain McCluskey was involved in corrupt dealings. Don Corleone is still recovering from his injuries, while Sonny takes charge, aggressively attacking the family's lower-level associates. One evening, as Sonny drives to Connie's house, members of the Barzini family ambush him, and he is assassinated. With Sonny's death, Don Corleone regains control of the family. He declares a suspension of business and insists that no actions be taken in response to the killing. Rather than declaring war, the Don arranges a peace meeting with other Mafia Dons from major families, pledging that he will never seek vengeance for Sonny's death and ensuring Michael's safe return. Meanwhile, Michael, who has been living in Sicily under the protection of a local Mafia boss, marries Apollonia, a Sicilian woman. Tragically, she is killed by a car bomb meant for Michael. Devastated, Michael decides to return to America and join the family business. Back in the United States, Michael reconnects with Kay, being upfront with her about the Corleone's criminal activities and his decision to join the business. They marry, and Michael heads to Las Vegas, aiming to move the family into legitimate business ventures in the West. 3 years later, Michael is fully involved in the family operations. Kay has converted to Catholicism, and the Don has announced his semi-retirement. The family appears to be transitioning out of the mafia world, with Michael planning to move their operations to Las Vegas. However, Michael and the Don secretly discuss plans for revenge on those responsible for Sonny's and Apollonia's deaths. Don Corleone suffers a heart attack, and Michael realizes that someone within the family is likely to betray him. It is soon revealed that Tessio has been the traitor, arranging a meeting with Barzini. The Corleone family prepares to relocate, with the women and children heading to Las Vegas while Michael, Tom, and Carlo stay behind. In a final act of retribution, the Corleones strike. Rocco Lamponi kills Philip Tattaglia, Albert Neri eliminates Barzini, Carlo Rizzi is murdered for his betrayal, and Tessio pays for his treason. At the same time, the Corleones begin reclaiming territories that had slipped from their grasp. By the end of the day, the Corleone family is stronger than ever, and Michael Corleone fully steps into the role of the new Godfather. Thank you for watching. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe.